Is this thing on? Hello? Well, hello. It's me, Heckraiser. How are you? How you doing? I'd like to welcome you to my new channel. Yay! I have a few old gaming videos on here. Don't mind them. Don't watch them. They're awful. But I'm trying to do something a little bit different. If you don't know me yet, I'd like to just give y'all a short introduction into who I am, where I've been, and what you'll see from me going forward. In January, I decided that I was going to give myself 1 whole year to follow my dreams.
Wow.
What does that mean? That means that in 1 year, I'd love to have the ability to quit my boring little office job, so I don't have to sit at a desk all day and stare at a computer. Instead, I'd love to sit at a desk all day and make little sculptures and be just a cute little girl.
I just want to be a cute little girl, doing cute little things, creating cute little trinkets.
If it doesn't work out, I'll finally quit my dreams and move on with my life. Needless to say, I'm already making more progress than expected, so I think I'm just going to continue going forward. But we'll see at the end of 2025. So if you're watching this in 2026, I really hope that that means that I'm doing something. Well, it turns out that this has been the only thing that I've been consistent at, like my entire life, thanks to ADHD. I have transitioned all of my streams into art streams. I'm not really video gaming as much as I used to, unfortunately. It makes me a little sad, but I'm moving on. So streaming on Twitch while I'm making stuff, it's just enough stimulation and it tickles my brain just enough that it keeps me focused, it keeps me in the zone. It's almost like listening to a podcast while you're writing or while you're drawing or something like that. There is one thing that I have been struggling with, and I think everyone can relate to this, is just keeping up with social media. That's always been super difficult for me. Most of the time when I'm scrolling for inspiration, I just end up doom scrolling instead. And then this happens. It happens to the best of us. But anyways, we have to remember that perfection takes time.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to show you what I have in store. Yes! I grew up around a lot of horror and gore media. My parents were freaks.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember being like 3 and I'd just watched The Ring and I would have like nightmares of the ring girl walking towards me. But from there, I kind of got over it and I would be able to recite like ICP songs word for word. Whoa. I still can. Most people may not call that a flex, but we'll see with my next karaoke night. My family was a bit weird and like highly encouraged me to watch horror movies with them. We had a huge VHS collection. I wish we had kept that. I would have been able to I would have loved to have them like taped to my wall. Oh, that would have been so cool. They actually got a hold of Phases of Death. Yeah, I watched it when I was like 12 and they maybe watch it because they thought that it would desensitize me, but in reality all it did was turn me into an alt girl with crippling anxiety. So I probably would have had crippling anxiety either way, but when I was little I fully embraced it and I grew to love the art of horror and just art in general. I used to be that weird kid in the back. I was super quiet, just like draw demons in my journal, just doodle little creepy things, and now I kind of know why I didn't have a lot of friends. And my teachers would always just like be super off-putting with me. Yeah, so I wonder why. But I've always been more interested in creating than anything else. I've always had this like desperate need for a creative outlet till I went to college. That's where I started painting murals. I was doing graffiti art under bridges. I was coordinating metal shows with my friends, hence the posters. And I was just like a shithead all around, through and through. Still am, but I guess I'm a little bit more wholesome than I used to be. And honestly, I think it was due to me being able to finally express myself, even though I was still very much passionate about art. I went into marketing. Yeah. Turns out I suck at marketing too, so here I am. Thanks, college. I think as you age too, you start to embrace what you love again and become more into your hobbies. Because after I graduated college, the pandemic hit, like right before graduation. Don't have closure at all, but it's fine. There was literally nothing to do, and I was living alone, and my only hobby was drinking. I was so bored with painting as well, so I wanted to challenge myself, and I picked up sculpting as a hobby. Originally, I had taken ceramics classes before, and that was with earth and clay, but who has a kiln? Who really just like has a kiln in their house? Let me know, actually. Can I borrow it, please? So I just started picking up polymer clay, because you can just bake it in the oven. And the first thing that I made was the salad fingers jar. And I loved it. I loved it so much. It's my favorite thing ever. I posted it on Etsy, and it sold. And I was like, what? I actually liked it. I didn't want it to sell. I put it up for a price that I thought was ridiculous, and people still bought it. So I guess, you know, price what you think you're worth, guys, because somebody will like it and somebody will take it from you, and then you'll get a little sad about it. But from there, I started making lighter cases, ashtrays, magnets, and I really started finding my niche. I had been hit with like insane grief and insane depression the last few years, and art has been something that has been able to keep my mind off things. It has been able to help me focus in the present moment, and I've been able to slowly crawl my way out of it. I've gained inner confidence in myself, and it's helped me connect with other creatives and just really foster that inspiration. I actually, for anyone who's been hanging out with me the last couple years, I actually have some good news. I have recently become an actor to a huge haunted house in the city, and that has been my main inspiration recently for my work. As I'm falling more into that spooky world, my art has just flourished, and I'm fully embracing it. Like, so I don't know, I've just been trying to do things that are on my bucket list. I'm so tired of just like living like for nothing, and so I showed up to an audition for the haunted house, and they were like,
come on in.
And it truly has been one of the highlights of my life so far. What do I have in store for you, you may ask?
Nope.
Burp. Well, I have been tossing around some ideas. I was thinking of doing story time and sculpting, sculpting figurines based on creepy stories. I think that would be awesome. How-to tutorials, obviously, and taking you on some adventures. I'm going to a few craft shows this year and some festivals, and I would love to take you with me. And I'll still be streaming every week. I'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch. You'll be able to find those links below, and we'll be hanging out as always as I'm working on my next project, chatting in real time, fostering community. I think that is so important. But yeah, if you are interested, if you've stayed this long, thank you so much for listening to me yap. But yeah, if you're interested, feel free to like and subscribe. I would so appreciate it. Let's fudge shit up together. Fudge shit up together. That's what I said. YouTube. Alright? Chill. And I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.